In this video, I'm going to show you some things that you can do to help warm up the body in the morning, or if you just need a little bit of mobility of the body, easy mobility of the body to kind of end the day. Now, this is going to be in a kneeling position as well as tabletop. So if that is uncomfortable for you, maybe if you have sore wrist, you can use the foam wedge. If you have knees that are tender, you can roll up a blanket and put that underneath the knees, or you can find yourself a small little section of a yoga mat to use, or you can even fold up your yoga mat, add more cushion underneath the knees. Let's go ahead and begin. I'm going to go ahead and start in tabletop position. I'm going to start with mobilizing the spine first, and then we'll move into mobilizing the hips, wrist, and shoulders. And you get to see my cat in this video today. She tries to join me in mobilizing. So, starting in tabletop, we're going to start with cat-cow. Feel free to use a block between the knees if you feel like you just need some help engaging your inner thigh muscles. But remember, you do want to have a strong engagement of your legs and hands and chest. So, you want to press into your fingertips and into your fingers and the knuckles of your hand. You want to make sure that your hands are mat width and that your fingers are pointed slightly towards the corners of your mat. You want to press into your hands enough that you feel your chest muscles activate, your pectoral muscles activate. For your legs, you want your knees 4 to 6 inches apart, pressing gently into your shins and gently squeezing your inner thighs together to activate your core. First, start with a couple breaths here. Those long, deep inhales and exhales. If you're wanting to learn how to do those long, deep inhales and exhales, feel free to go over to the Strong Core and Pelvic Floor course, where I have completed a video there for you to watch for how to do these deep inhales and exhales. On your next inhale, we're going to move into cow. So you're going to keep your legs engaged, press your belly button towards your spine. As you inhale, lift your chin and your sternum, slide your shoulder blades towards your spine for cow. As you exhale, slide your shoulder blades away, tuck your chin and your tailbone. Really squeeze everything in towards the body, in towards the belly button. 2 more times. Inhale. Lifting up to cow, squeezing the shoulder blades towards your spine, and exhale, curl into cat. Really curl tightly into cat. Inhale, cow, and exhale, cat. And I lied, I'm sorry. I said 2 more times. Let's do 2 more after this, because a lot of times, especially in the morning, you just need a little bit more mobility in the body, just moving it around. So inhale for cow. And exhale for cat. Feel free to do this exercise a little bit faster or a little bit slower. There's no set speed that you have to do cat and cow in. You just don't want to do extremely fast. You don't want to be whipping the back around. So you do want to do it a little bit more of a moderate pace. Next, we're going to curl into the side. So from tabletop, you're going to look to the right, and then you're going to use your oblique muscles, your side muscles, to curl the right hip towards the right ribs. You're barely going to move. So this is like wagging your tail. And exhale, back to center. Inhale, look to the left. Curl the left hip towards the left ribs. And exhale, back to center. Inhale, look to the right. Curl into your side. And exhale, back to center. Inhale, look to the left and curl to your left and back to center. Let's do that one more time each side. Inhale to the right. Exhale, center. Inhale, left. Exhale, center. Good. Next, we're going to use our legs and pull ourselves back into child's pose with exhale. As you inhale, you use your legs to press you up to tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. Through your nose as you inhale, tabletop. Exhale through the nose, child's pose. Inhale through the nose, tabletop. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Exhaling back. Inhaling up. Remember to use your legs. Let's do that 2 more times. Exhale back. Inhale up. Last time. Exhale back. Inhale up. And we're going to do that again, but this time we're going to start challenging our wrists. If you can. If your wrists are really tender, then don't challenge the wrists. But if you have strong wrists, then go ahead and challenge the wrists. So as you're going to exhale back, as you inhale, keep your torso in a straight line as you lean forward into your fingers. And then exhale back. Inhale, reach your chest over and forward, challenging the wrist. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Do 2 more. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Good. And then come back to your tabletop. Let's go ahead into seated. Good. So next we're going to mobilize the neck and shoulders. So now that we've kind of mobilized the back, we've mobilized the hips a little bit into the wrist as well. Let's go ahead and do some mobility of the shoulders. So let's start with the shoulders. We're going to reach our arms out, making sure the shoulder blades aren't reaching out away from the spine. They're in neutral position. We're going to use the muscles that come through our armpit and our tricep, reaching through the arm all the way to the fingertips. As you inhale, reach the arms out to the sides. Make sure that you engage your core, your inner thighs, your pelvic floor, and your transverse abdominis. If you need to, you can always sit in a chair for this if this is uncomfortable, or you can sit up on a block. Taking your deep breaths as you're reaching your arms out away from you. On your next inhale, bring the hands, flex the hands up, trying to keep the fingers long. If the fingers bend, that's okay. Over time, you'll be able to straighten the fingers as you get stronger. Continue to reach through your wrists, especially if you feel like the shoulders creeping up to the ears. That just means the muscles are getting tight. They're tightening up on you. So you want to try to release them by reaching out. So don't press the shoulders down. Instead, reach through your wrist out to the sides. If you feel your arms getting numb, that's okay. It just means the muscles of your neck and shoulders are tight, and this will help them. Won't feel like you're helping them, but you are. Over time, you are lengthening them out and working all those knots out. On your next exhale, point the fingertips back behind you. I'm going to use your shoulder blades. Again, keep those legs strong by holding them so that you don't use your back muscles to hold you here. Take an inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades to the spine. Exhale, hold. Inhale. Exhale, hold. Take deep breaths. Breathe through the discomfort. Inhale. Squeeze shoulder blades. Exhale, hold. Last time, inhale. Exhale, bring them back around. And exhale, curl the fingers into the forearms. This time, reach to the hands. Keep breathing through the discomfort. There is discomfort happening. Breathe through it. Take deep breaths. As long as you're not in pain, you are fine. Tell your brain, tell your body, you are fine. You are working your muscles. You are getting more mobile, and you are getting stronger. Good. As you exhale, release the hands. Let's take a couple rolls of the shoulders back. And a couple rolls of the shoulders forward. Good. Let's go ahead and mobilize the upper body some more. We're going to come into the eagle pose. So the eagle pose, we're going to kind of cross our arms and twist them around. So I'm going to show you a couple variations for that. The first one is you're going to cross your left over your right. Bend the elbow so the backs of your hands are towards each other, and you can just touch the backs of your hands together or keep twisting so that the fingers are kind of grabbing onto the other palm. That's one option. Or that's two different options. So we have just touching the backs of the hands together, and then we have the other, which is continuing to bind around. The next option, if you feel like that's not going to happen, what you're going to do is cross your left over your right, face your palms together, grab onto your hands, clasp your fingers together. Bend the elbows so that the hands are pointed down towards the ground, the elbows are up. Keep pulling the fingers towards your chest and then face them up to the ceiling. So you do the twist that way. And then you can do the same stretch in this direction, in this way. And I'll show that on the other side as well. So I'm going to do that twisty, twisty bind. That's what I call it, twisty, twisty bind, because you keep twisting and twisting. The other important thing I forgot to mention for this, 1, core, strong. 2, you want to use your pectoral muscles and your biceps for this. You don't want to use your shoulders. You want to allow the shoulders to relax, so you're going to use your pectoral muscles to squeeze your arms together. You're going to use your biceps, if you're here or you're here, you're going to use your biceps to curl your forearms towards your upper arms. So really use the biceps. Almost feel like you're shaking a little bit because you're really using those biceps and pectoral muscles. You're going to take deep breaths. Again, this may feel uncomfortable. This may not feel that great. You may feel some discomfort. You're going to reach the elbows as high as you can. Then you're going to take your chin and you're going to point your chin down toward your chest. You're going to tuck your chin in towards your neck, keeping the spine long. So you don't want to reach the chin forward. You want to keep the spine long by just reaching and squeezing the chin towards the chest as if you're trying to hold an egg between your chin and your chest. Take deep breaths through your nose. Keep trying to squeeze the arms together, lifting the elbows up, keeping the chin tucked. Inhale. Last time, inhale. And as you exhale, slowly release the arms. Good. These are not always pleasant and fun, but they're good for you. So going to the other side, this time right arm crosses over. Can bend the elbows and just touch the backs of the hands together, or keep twisting around so that the fingertips are touching the other palm. So kind of continuing that bind. Or again, if that's too difficult or if that is not achievable for you, then you're going to cross the right over left, point the palms together, clasp the fingers, elbows up, hands down, curl towards your chest, squeeze, lift, reach. Okay, so there's two different options. I'm going to go the full twisty. Making myself a pretzel. So squeeze your pectoral muscles, squeeze your biceps, lift the elbows up, tuck the chin as if you're trying to keep an egg between your chin and your chest. Deep breaths. Squeezing the arms together, lifting the elbows. Keep your core strong to support your back as you're sitting up tall. And exhale, release. Good. Roll it out again. Last thing we're going to do for the shoulders is we're going to do the opposite direction. Take our arms behind us. So for this bind, we're going to squeeze the shoulder blades towards the spine. Just want to keep the shoulder blades towards the spine. You're going to reach your left arm out, pull it behind you, intentionally pull it behind you. Don't just place it behind you. No, I want you to squeeze the arm behind you. Then turn the palm back towards behind you, to face behind you. Then use your bicep to curl your forearm towards your upper arm. Keep the shoulder blade squeezed and the forearm squeezed. So the bicep squeezed. The other arm reaches out. Squeeze the squeeze the arm behind you. Point the palm back. Use the bicep squeeze. Clasp your fingers, wrist, forearms, or elbows. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, lean forward, squeezing the legs together, supporting yourself, Allowing the shoulders to do their stretch. This is stretching the shoulders in the opposite direction. Taking deep inhales and exhales. On your inhale, squeeze your legs together, squeeze your shoulder blades even more, coming all the way up. As you exhale, slowly release the arms. And if you have crossed legs, let's go ahead and change legs, because you've probably felt that you also gently stretch the hips. We want to make sure that we get the other side as well. Starting with the opposite arm, we're going to reach that other arm out first. Reach it all the way out. Squeeze the arm behind you. Point the palm back. Squeeze the bicep. Other arm reaches out. Squeeze the arm behind you. Point the palm back. Squeeze the bicep. Keep the shoulder blades to the spine and keep those biceps squeezed. Take a nice inhale. As you exhale, use your legs to pull you down. So squeeze those adductor muscles, supporting you as you fold forward, taking deep inhales and exhales. As you inhale, squeeze your legs, come all the way up. And as you exhale, slowly release the arms. Good. Do this as many times as you want throughout the week, in the morning or the evening, or even in the middle of the day. If you just need some mobility, go ahead and feel free to do this. It does really help kind of unkink the back, especially in the morning, especially if you want to do some movement in the morning and you're like, I just feel a little stiff. This will really help get some of that stiffness out. So I hope you enjoy this, and I'll see you in the next video.